What would happen? So we're gonna go on. Who do you want to go on board with AD for the start? We'll go on board. No, let's have Oliver. We'll stay on board with Olin. Obviously, Olin. My God, I actually hate this. I'm gonna go on board with them. Having problems finding which car is what. That's great. So, yeah. We'll go on board with racing. Pole sitter for today yet again. Great show from himself from last weekend. Puts himself onto P1. One of okay, Mystical Mechanic Red Dragon is going somewhere. I'm sure someone else will do it, but we have a couple of newcomers for this weekend. This guy, Hablo, I'm just gonna call him Hablo. Hablo on the Maserati is new. I don't recognize him. It's same with how do you even pronounce Amino Koraz. It probably stop pronunciation. So he is driving for Collard, Monkey Brawl, obviously same as last week. Alex Red finally makes his re-debut with Scuderia. He had obviously who won last weekend. Have already discussed Psychic. I don't remember him in the Mahindra. Panda Fox obviously in the Porsche. Jack in the Merc was there also last week. Racing obviously was there last week as well. Lewis Hamilton was also there. Gabri is also making his debut in the other Envision. Sam Oliver, I believe this is his debut, but if you count FERL Academy earlier on today, it would be his second race. He obviously came home P2 that race. Mechanic Red Dragon, don't think is a driver. Oland, obviously one of the favourites for today. Followed by Vettel fan, who is a bit lost, I will admit. Looks is cool in the McLaren. That's a new person as well. Jan. Hopefully he won't bottle today. Jackify Martin, who drives for the Nutella team of HRT, making his debut in FERL. Very fast driver in his own right in FX. But this isn't FX, this is FERL. We hope for something different. And Vettel fan rounds out the grid for a third Maserati on the grid. And there's Olin back in his car again. So, ADB. We hope for a good race, do we? I don't care if you heard me out. Anyway, but ADB, who do you think is going to win this race today? It's not as much as last week, however, it is still good. It's still a very good turnout. It's what 19? Am I seeing 19 drivers? I don't know. I can't count. 100%, yeah. We should be getting underway soon. We're gonna spectate Owen. I guess we're not gonna spectate Owen. Never mind. Actually, no, go aboard with racing. If I can find his name, I can't find his name. We're going aboard with racing. Going on this new diffuser camera, which is technically the. I don't think it's a diffuser. I think that's more so the rear crash structure. But I know they've introduced an actual name for this camera, but yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I don't. It's tradition to start late. We don't. The time FERL starts on time is the day we all die or something. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. On the second row, no. Yeah, first row is Olin. Yeah, and the same with the Scuderia further back a little bit on the third row in six.
That is Alex. It's no, and the third row is me.
Shush.
Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna. You're driving.
What do you mean?
You're driving. You can't be in here.
Yeah, I know. I was just coming to see. Okay, lights.
All right, go. Yeah, okay. Wait, is the lights going? I can't tell. I can't see. I still can't see. um. Okay, 5 lights. Uh, um. Lights out and away we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Someone pressed. Someone did clear. Oh, someone said start. That's why. Womp womp. We're going board with Jan. We're going board with the guy who decided to come up onto the stage. Are you kidding? I still can't see the lights. It's being blocked by the race timer now. No, we're going board with. We're going to use a new camera. We'll use the wing camera for Jan. No, we'll go left side. And 5 red lights ahead of the drivers again. Someone's car is flying. And it's lights out and away we go. Hopefully, officially, never mind. The lights are going again. Yeah, we're going. Can't tell what's happening though. Praise camera. Okay, Jan has crashed already. Great. Great start from Jan. I can't tell what's happening. Owen takes the lead of the E-Pre, followed by Racing, followed by one of the Envision. Can't tell who that is. Followed by a pack of like 3. Seb over in the middle of the pack. Kind of in his own thing. In the Jag. I can't keep track. Names. Racing better start than he did last week. Never mind, I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything. He just crashed immediately. I feel bad now. Okay, he ends up further back in the field. Martin with a great start up to P2 now, but he did go a bit wide there as CC. And somewhere in that pack, he's in the believe in frontmost running car. There's the Envision, which just completely cut the corner there. I believe that's Monkey Ball and the Cooper. I'm actually not too sure who that is in the Envision. Could you try? Do you know who that is? By the way, 13 drivers out here on track. Honestly, it's very hard to see what's going on. We're going over to T-Cam. Never mind, we can't go on board T-Cam with him because his head is in the way. But he's fighting with the Porsche of Panda and the McLaren Mercedes of Jack, maybe? Oh, Martin has spun. Mark Martin has spun the car around. Chicane. Expect a lot of people to spin a chicane there. Based off earlier, we don't want to talk about it, where we had a lot of issues with the chicane. Alex was up to P4. It's a Mino. But yeah, Alex is up to P4 in the Scuderia panel, up to P3 in the Porsche. It's currently a Porsche 1-3 with Jack splitting the pair. And there's Nick as well up in with the HRT. Sorry for interrupting you there. HRT, it's also heated in the Collard as well. Obviously, won it last time, but I think he's taking a bit slower this time around. I think he might have spun or half spun. It's very close between this top set of drivers at the minute. Jan is caught up to the pack in the other Scuderia in the red with his teammate and the Envision, racing, falling down the order a little bit. Still got the pack going on here, separated by not even a second. Wow. Top 9 are not even a second. On lap 4, it could be Jackify. It is Jackify. First attack mode of the race, I believe. Unless someone else is taking attack mode, then it's not the first attack mode of the race. But we'll go back on board with Jack on the track side. All 90. One of the Scuderia has just gone straight on in the field. I don't know what happened there. Is it Jan? It's not Jan. It's his teammate. It's Red. It's Alex. Alex on his return back to Ferl this season. He went straight on as a chicane. Ooh, moments from the Porsche up ahead, as you can see on the screen. Panda losing the rear end. Also, Jan also losing the rear end by managing to correct it. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead. Wait a minute. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead of the first FERL race. Mainly because he's attack mode. The Envision has activated the attack mode. Hamilton in the lead, followed by the HRT of Nick, followed by Jack, followed by, I'd assume, Heated. I'm not sure what happened to Olin, though. Oh, he's still there. Oh, racing's in a wall. He spun around the chicane. Leanna's overtaken him. We got back on board with Hamilton. We're going on board with this new camera. It's not very great. Yeah, maybe that's not that camera. But he's still got. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we'll see how the strategy works. Sorry. See this strategy works out for them. Nick takes the lead, though, followed by Heated. Heated obviously looking to win again because he obviously got his win taken away from him. And I believe a championship taken away from him as well, which is, you know. We're just going to go on board with Olin. Kind of just trading the pack a little bit. Not looking to really fight, but not really looking to back away too much. You can see top 4 all really close. 3/10 within them. Yeah, Olin has a little bit of an oversteer moment. Max back up to P7. Monkey Bell in P10 in the Cooper. The only Cooper driver, I believe. There's 3 Maserati drivers. Oh, that's a little bit of an issue. But we will go on board with Heated, if I can find his name. Well, I can. On board with Heated here in the top 4 in the Collard Blue. All of them make it through safely except Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton has had some issues in the chicane. I don't think anyone's actually heard that name before. Or that sentence before. Alright, top 3 are the McLaren, not McLaren, Mercedes, the HRT, and the Collard team. Heated in the lead by 66 milliseconds currently on lap 8 of 30. It looks like we have one retirement from the race at least, which Psycho has retired, and maybe Jackify as well. No, Jackify is still running in the race, but he's been lapped by I think most of the field, unless he's just that far behind. I'm very unsure about that. But anyway, go back on board. We'll go on board with this little battle in P. Actually, no. Is this the lead? It is the lead. It is the lead pack. In the Maserati with attack mode, looking to catch and gain over his competitors in the top 4. Olin as well, also up there. I believe he might have taken attack mode. If I'm not mistaken, he has not. He's just genuinely caught up on pace. Olin is technically in the lead, but doesn't really look like it. 33 milliseconds. Top 4 separated by by just over a tenth of a second. Right now, with racing not far behind at all. Mark in P6, Jan in P7, was Hamilton in P8, Powder Fox in P9, and Monkey Boss still in P10. Top 10 is just 5 seconds apart at the minute, which I think is probably the closest gap we've had at this stage of the race. We're gone back to lap 6. I think we've just gone back to lap 6. Okay, now lap 10. We're back to lap 10, okay. We're all good. Nothing's going wrong, to my knowledge. Racing takes the lead 3/10 off Jack, sorry. Olin still keeps P3 ahead of Heated and Nick, who is not far behind at all. 6:10 separating this leading pack at the minute. Very, very close between these top drivers. Or the closest it has been for a good while in FERL. There's obviously been battles in FERL, but I don't think there's been this much within it. Owen is caught up and past Jack, just about racing, just about gaining his little bit of time, but he's obviously going to be, as ADB said earlier on, he's going to be at a disadvantage to the rest of the pack later on in the race. I'm going to go with Nick now. One in the FERL Academy under circumstances, but you know. FE1 champion, I believe. I probably could be wrong about that. Jack Fight has been left out, right? Psycho is the only DNF in the Mahindra. Mahindra, not a good day for them. Racing still in the lead now, but I believe his attack mode has run out. It indeed has. He's now going to get swallowed up by these top 4. Now, as you can see, Nick wanting to get the lead back off the Maserati driver. He does get that off the Maserati driver, 1/10 between them. Top 5 is still separated by less than half a second. Very, very close here at Misano. I don't think it was even this close last week. Seems to have quieted down a little bit, but there's obviously still this little battle going on in the top 4, still top 5. Racing keeping up with them this time around. He did, if you were here last week, he did kind of drown a little bit, unfortunately, to finish, I believe, P14. But I could be wrong about that. I remember it was outside the points, but he's doing a very good job for himself now. He's keeping with this top pack because of Slipstream. I believe Slipstream is back. Not sure if it was actually here last week, but Nick's still in the lead, followed by Olin, Heated, Jack, and Racing, not too far behind. Hamilton up to P6, Panda P7. Monkey Ball moves up 2 positions, so I last checked on him was P8. Yeah, and right behind him in P9 now, Mark in P10. With Alex just outside the top 10 in P11, 3 seconds off Mark. Not a great result from Scuderia at the minute. Their return after their little hiatus since FE2 has ended, but it is now back and better than ever with Striker, the last season's winner, heading the reins. I probably said that saying wrong. I apologize. I'm not great. Yeah, still 3/10 now between the top. 1 millisecond between Heated and Nick. Just shows how close all this leading pack is. But Nick did make a mistake by the looks of it at turn 1. There's a flying car in the background, if anyone noticed that. Owen's still with the pack though. Nick has kind of dropped back a little bit. Not sure what his plan is, but it's a plan. Not more to say about that though. Battles in the back of the field. There's a little battle for P7 at the minute. Mark, Monkey Roll, and Jan. I think you go on board with it. Yeah, it is. It's now a battle for P6 since the Envision has slowed down a little bit. It's through a battle with the HRT, Envision, and Cupra for P7 in the race. Battles down the field, not looking too great. Seb-Oliver up to P12 now, starting at the back of the grid. Great showing from him at the minute. Still just over a second between the top drivers. HRT P5, P6, great result for their first outing back in FERL. Obviously, they were in FERL with the same livery, ironically. Back in season 7 or 8, I believe. I can't remember exactly. The same season with Renault. Owen still with the pack. Heated, I just realised, is so close. Just coming out of the chicane. You might be able to see the rest of the pack just behind it. It's still a very close race. Doesn't look like any of these guys have attack mode. I believe they're all on the same strategy, except Racing. He obviously used his attack mode to get up with them. So this could do well for him if he keeps with the pack. Nick's lap was counted. Was that counted? Nick's lap was a bit delayed, but we're going to continue on anyway. It might just be VLAG issues. Hopefully it'll be fixed by next lap. 16 of 30 here. If we're going off earlier's race, lap 18 is the optimum time to... Lap 18 onwards is the optimum time to take the attack mode. Jan goes up to P10. Now Hamilton, P8, Pan P9. Monkey Ball up to 7th now. Mark in 6th. Going into the chicane now with this top set of drivers. No one hits the barrier. It's great racing from this top pack. Very close together. No one has a teammate, so they can't help each other, but they are still helping each other anyway, with just giving them slipstream. All now in the back of that pack. Now, still very close between them. 3/10, just under 3/10 now between the top drivers. Nick up to P4, we swap positions with Racing, and Jackify and Heated also swap positions. Great showing from the Mercedes drivers for technically their re-debut. They were in this last season, but they only raced one race in Valencia. Or maybe 2 races. I don't know. But we still go on anyway with these top pack. We'll keep an eye on the lower pack of the rest of them. There's a little bit of a battle for P8 between Jan and Hamilton. With Panda just outside of that as well, but then again, Monkey Ball isn't too far up the road from them lot. We are going to go on board with them. As you see, Jan has just broken away from the pack a little bit. Unless it's a different pack. It looks like the engine is kind of losing a lot of time to the car behind. However, he has overtaken them all up to P8 now. Lewis Hamilton drops down to P9. Panda drops down to P10. Not too close, not too far away from the rest of them. But it looks like Mark is gaining a little bit. He does not have attack mode. But we will go back on board with the top pack. We'll go on board with the Mercedes driver of Jack, who is currently, according to the standings, P2, 33 milliseconds off Heated. It's a very different... it's a very different line from the Maserati. It takes a little bit of air. Speaking of the Maserati, he is spun round. Racing has spun round from P5 and is now falling down the grid order. It looks like he's been overtaken by Hamilton and Alex Red. Both Scuderia drivers, I think, are now in the top 10 once they come across the line. That's such a shame for Racing after a great showing on that 19 of 30. make a mistake that puts him just out of the points in P11. The top set of drivers are still battling, but Owen kind of did make a little bit of a mistake. Or did he? He didn't. He took attack mode instead, and is now going to be reeling these guys in, doing the exact same strategy that I did earlier on today. Looks like he's the only one out of the top 4 with attack mode, but I could be wrong about that. Heaton might also have attack mode. He does. Heaton and Owen both have attack mode. So they took on the same lap as the two drivers. The two drivers behind, I would not be surprised if they take attack mode. One of them does. The Mercedes driver does, but the HRT driver leaves it out yet another lap to try and gain the advantage over his rivals. Nick still in P3. Obviously, Jack does lose a little bit of time. Monkey Ball does go down to P9. I believe he did spin that lap. It doesn't seem to be as bad as racing, but is still a mistake. And up to P6 now. Chasing down Mark by the looks of it. We're going to go on board with Jan. Jan also made a mistake. It looks like he's now back in the pack. Or maybe just pack is just really close. It probably is. It is. Mark, open P5, is now being hounded by both Scuderias and the other Porsche driver. It's still a great showing from the HRT drivers. Both P3 and P5, respectively. It's a very, very good showing. Very, very good. Nick is now taking attack mode, but he has lost a little bit of time. But he might be playing the long game here. 2 seconds to the car ahead. Now, he's got a 2-lap advantage over the other drivers. However, that means nothing if he can't gain it. Yeah, the top 3 are in a close battle, and from P5 downwards, someone has just spun. It's the other Porsche, it's Panda. He's spun at turn 3. That's a new thing. Never seen someone spin at turn 3. But he is in the lead quite comfortably, according to my screen. Sparks flying from his car. The other 2 brake later than him. Owen gets through safely. Jack has to slow down a little bit and take an unoptimal line. There we go. There's Nick. You can see Nick just in the background there. Not too far behind, and the other pack all within about a second from about P5 to P9. Keep an eye on them. Well, yeah, Mark drops down to P7. Both Scuderias up to P5 and 6 now. Monkey Ball in P8, racing P9. Seb Oliver P10. Obviously, Fallon made a mistake in P12. Gets overtaken by Lewis. I almost said P11. We'll go on board. We're not going to go on board with Monkey Ball. Never mind. We're going to go on board with Jan. If I can find his name, we're going to go on board with Jan in the Scuderia, being chased down by his teammate and the other HRT of Mark with racing not too far behind. Probably really angry after spinning. I believe he is on attack mode. Top 4 still on attack mode. That's about 5 laps here. So Nick will be very, very close. Never mind, Jan. No, his teammate spins it. Alex spins it. Thought it was Jan this time. It wasn't Jan. I'm sorry, Jan. Probably gonna get abused for that, but you know. But Jan is up in the top 5, maybe top 6. It depends on how his last corner goes. Does he have attack mode? He does, but I believe Martin also has attack mode. Let me check. He does not. Martin does not have attack mode, and he's doing very well for himself. But he do not. Yeah, he just had dinner. Okay. Yeah, he missed nothing. By nothing, Panda spawn, Alex spawn, Racing spawn. Yeah, Racing was at the top 5 for a little bit. By a little bit, I mean quite a bit. Like, he's actually doing really well. But we'll go back on board with the top 3. I thought he'd hit the wall there. He didn't. Just see Nick just trailing this little pack. Did he take attack mode too late? Did he lose the pack? Someone took attack mode. It was Owen again. Owen's retaking his attack mode. Same strategy as me earlier on. Take it as soon as he can. Without leaving him at a disadvantage later in the race. But it leaves him safely knowing that he won't need to take attack mode again and doesn't need to worry about it lasting past the finish, which is obviously an instant disqualification if you finish. Jack and it is. Oh, I forgot his full name is Jack and Jack. It's gonna call. I thought you were talking about Heaton. I was like, I don't think his name is Jack. But he's gaining. He's gaining ahead of Heat. But I believe Heat is waiting a lap to take his attack mode. Yeah, Owen's on attack mode at the minute. Same with Nick. Nick took it like 2 to 3 laps later than everyone in the top 4. That's why I'm saying he's playing the waiting game potentially. So I don't think Martin took attack mode this race. I'm not too sure about that, but I don't remember seeing him with attack mode at all. Maybe. Is he? Oh yeah, he is. Olin is ahead. I guess Nick has passed the other two as well. To have to respond now, because I believe here is where the overlap happens. If they calculate it wrong, then they are screwed for the end of the race, because they will finish with attack mode, which obviously Mr. X Dennis, the FIA head, will come down harshly on them. He's in P10. He did take attack mode that lap, by the way. He did take attack mode. Jack, I'm not sure if he did. Jack didn't take attack mode. Jack is running it very close, unless he already took attack mode earlier on in the race, but I don't remember him doing that. If he did, he is a bit lost with strategy. Owen in the lead. I don't really know. I think he may have just made a mistake that lap. He might have tried to take attack mode, but he missed it. It might be a real life London situation with Jaguar. If you remember that. Here's the lapped car of the Collard. His teammate is coming up to Olin with attack mode, giving him a little bit of slipstream to hopefully slingshot him a little bit further away from the pack. He's about 1.5 seconds away. But is it enough to break that slipstream, or is the Collard teammate slowing down to give his teammate slipstream to give him the little slingshot that he needs to catch Olin? It might be 1 second now between Olin and Heated. 3 laps to go. Olin will probably run out of attack mode on lap 28 or 29. Oh, Jan's made a mistake, it looks like. Jan has definitely made a mistake. He's down to P8. Martin's back up to P5. The HRT driver on his debut in FERL, but is a very decorated driver in other leagues. Many league, but Hamilton's down to 13th. Not a great showing from him. But racing's back at the P6 after he's very good recovery drive from him, I actually realise. Ben over as well, good start from the back of the grid. It was a very good qualifying show. I was very surprised with him taking pole. 2 laps to go now. Olin 6/10 away from Heated. Has he run out of attack mode? He's still got attack mode, luckily. 1 lap to go, I feel like he has on his attack mode. Or did he run out? He did run out. Olin now just needs to run as fast as he can from the Brit of Heated behind. Pacing them down. And is now overtaking them for the lead on lap 28 of 30. He is proving why he is a championship driver and proving why he should win the championship this season. Coming up to a little bit more lap traffic now. The McLaren of Lucas, I believe. Jack Fye's, I don't know what happened to him. He's only. But the other two of Nick and Jack are still fighting a little bit back there. We'll keep an eye on them, but Heated is just running away with this race. Lap 29 of 30, 2 laps to go now. And again. Oof. Yeah, Owen is losing so much time for taking his attack mode just that little bit late earlier. then everyone else, he's losing so much to Nick. Nick is overtaking him for P2. Olin, what have you done, man? Get it to the left as as possible. Jack still has attack mode. But I believe this is the last lap he might have attack mode, unless he is going into the next lap as well. Which could be an issue if he does finish with attack mode. He has passed Olin now. As you can see, Olin in his rear view. But last lap, Nick up to P2, Jack up to P3. He's now going to be hunting down Nick for the lead. He has also went out of attack mode. Nick has made a mistake at the first corner, I believe. I can't find his name. He's just pulled over. He has kind of pulled over. His engine's gone. He just says nice. I believe he's retiring. He was very, very, very good. But Jackify, now hunting heated, I believe. But he needs to worry about his attack mode. Will he finish with attack mode and disqualify himself from the race? Panda pulls over to the side. He's P13. That was a very poor shot from him. But we go on board with Heated. And across the line he comes to win the E-Prix. And Jack, I believe, might have finished with attack mode. That's gonna be investigated at the end of this race, I believe. It is going to be a very unfortunate circumstance if Jack has finished with attack mode. But they're fine. Your podium position for now is Heated, Jack, and Olin. But if Jack gets a disqualification, Mark will get the podium, his first podium in FERL on his debut, showing just how fast he is. And Nick has just shut down the server. Great. No, I think he's just salty, man. But I guess no interviews, because I'd rather not, in fairness. But that has been FERL this week. Another controversial one, I guess. But hopefully a lot of jobs for the FIA to do. Yeah, it's heated. What do you expect? Took that result and just recreated it. But that is it for Formula Electric TV, or whatever it's called now, I can't remember. But we will see you next week in Kyoto. Hopefully, if this isn't like another restart again, but we'll see you next week in Japan for the Kyoto E-Prix.